There was a verbal sparring match at the big insider trading case here in New York. On one side, Richard Schutte is the former COO, Chief Operating Officer at Galleon. This is the hedge fund founded by the defendant, Raj Rajaratnam. On the other hand, prosecutors trying to prove that Rajaratnam used illegal tips to make a fortune. Joining us now is criminal defense attorney Joseph Dibenedetto. Joseph joining us here. He has been involved in a number of securities fraud cases, and he has, in fact, practiced those at state level in federal and state courts. Joe, thanks for being with us this morning. We just heard that incredible soundbite. I was playing my source essentially like a piano. How much does that hurt Rajaratnam?
It hurts a lot. There's no two ways about that. It's damning evidence, but as we saw yesterday, the defense is putting on witnesses that show what happens on a day-to-day basis at Galleon, that these trades are based on research, on analyst reports, that it's not based on material, non-public information, tips that are received based on payments.
And so you're referring to Michael Starr, one of the defense attorneys, going through, as you say, the research, something like 8 stocks, right? He went through the methodology one by one, intel of note, and just trying to fill in this day-to-day process. But even if he proves that what happened was normal for Galleon, does it prove that that's acceptable business practices globally?
Yes. The impression I'm getting here is the defense is scoring significant points at this stage in the game. They're bringing forth a witness, a credible witness who was prepped quite well, and he's not falling into the traps that the prosecutor is attempting to set. And he's getting out there crucial evidence that tends to disprove exactly what the prosecution is setting forth, that these trades were based not on research but on inside information.
So right now, you would say it sounds like that the defense is doing a better job than the prosecution?
Well, it's clear they're throwing their punch now. If they can't score points when they're calling their own witnesses, then it's a lost case. So that they're definitely scoring points.
Now, we know you've had to, or you have chosen to defend some people who have been found guilty of white-collar crime. How would you defend Raj Rajaratnam?
Their defense team is doing a great job. There's no room for criticism here. It seems simple on a day-to-day basis. These witnesses come in and they provide information, but it doesn't happen that quickly. I mean, this is months and months of preparation. They're doing a fine job. The ultimate issue is, do you have somebody like Raj testify? And it's a very difficult question to answer because you don't know him personally. You have to get a feel for him, whether or not he presents well, and also you have to see the way the case progresses. It's a day-by-day analysis.
So just to recap, you don't think the defense could be doing anything better at this point?
They're doing a great job.
All right, they're doing a great job. But what about, as you said, we started the conversation with this wiretap or this evidence that has been submitted. I mean, it's unusual, right, to be able, for the jury to be able to actually hear conversations.
Usually in insider trading cases, they do not utilize wiretaps. It's mostly for organized crime cases, those types of cases. So it is a new technique that the U.S. Attorney's Office is implementing, and it is a crucial piece of evidence in this case.
Would you put Raj on the stand?
At this point,
if you were defending him,
at this point, no. I would not. I think the defense is putting forth the evidence that they need through other witnesses, and I think if they put him on the stand, they would be opening him up to a cross-examination that would be quite uncomfortable.
But you don't think that the jurors will somehow always question why he was not put on the stand? How much do you think the jury wants to hear from Raj Rajaratnam?
Every jury wants to hear from a defendant, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the right choice. Again, not knowing him personally, a lot depends on how he presents himself, how articulate he can be, and whether or not he's likable.
All right. Thanks very much, Joe. Joe Dibenedetto joining us there. He is a criminal defense lawyer.